Hey everyone, I'm Kevin Frost and welcome to RPG Maker VXA Let's Make Tutorials. Last tutorial I showed you all how to make your first map, gave you a few pointers on map design, on what to do and what not to do. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create your first event. So let's get started. To create events, you'll want to look up here on this bar. You've got a lot of your basic tools all right here so you can quickly access them. This one is your map tool. This is the one where you can edit your map in any way that you want. The next one over is your event tool. By clicking on this, you will see a grid pop up on the map. This shows you where you can make any type of event. In any square, you can create an event. Next on this bar is the region. I'll get into that later. Then you've also got all of your drawing tools as far as making the map goes. You've got your zoom tools right here, and then you've got your database, your resource manager, your script editor, your sounds, your character generator, and then your test play. But right now we're just going to stick with the event. So to create an event, you can either double click on a square or you can right click and click new event. When you create a new event, a new window will pop up. As you can see, it's the event ID 001. You can get the ID number here, you can get it here in the name unless you change the name. You can also get it down here as soon as you make it. When you're clicking on it, it'll tell you what event ID it is. Now, creating the event. There's quite a bit here, so I'm going to break it into sections. This section right here is your page condition section. I'm going to create another tutorial about that later, so I'll talk about that at a later date. The next window is your graphic. Here you get to choose what your character looks like. There's a lot of pre-made character resources to choose from. You can also make your own, import them, whatever you want to do. For now, we're going to make just a basic, let's go with an animal. We're going to make a dog, so you want to select the dog graphic. That is now going to be what he looks like. The next window is the autonomous movement. You can pick the type. It can be fixed where the character is not going to be moved unless he is told through another event to move. You can have him move at random, whereas he will just randomly take a step or two around the map every once in a while. You can have it approach, whereas as soon as the player enters the map, this dog will now approach the player and it will follow the player. You can also have custom, and in the custom you can move the character in any direction you want with any amount of these commands right here. But for now, we're going to have him be fixed. In this window you also have the speed of the NPC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 3 to 4 is usually the general speed. I usually pick 3 for regular NPCs, 4 if you need to hurry things a bit along. 5 and 6 is really fast, 2 and 1 is really slow. So we're going to go with 3. Frequency, this determines how often the character is going to take a step. The slower you have it, even if you have, like say you have it on the lowest and you have them on random, they're going to take a step, wait for a few seconds, take another step. Number 2, it's going to wait for a little bit less. Normal, it's going to be like a second in between each step. Higher and highest is pretty much they don't wait at all between taking steps. We're going to leave that at normal. The next window is the options window. The walking anim or animation, this is for when they take a step, they will play their animation. It will play this, and it'll keep looping to make it look like they're walking. The stepping animation is, it will play that animation of them walking as they just stand in place. Sometimes you might want to do this to make it the scene you're in look more alive. Direction fix makes it so that no matter what direction that character is walking in, they will not turn. If this dog was facing down and we told him to walk up, it would make it look like he's stepping backwards, backing up. If the direction fix was on and he's facing down, you told him to walk left, he's going to continue to face down, but he will move left. And the through option is to make it so that the character can walk through anything. They can walk through walls, characters, anything, no matter if it's set to an impassability, they can still walk through it. The second to last window is priority. This displays the character on a different level of the map. You have below characters, which anything will go over this character. You have the same as characters, which makes it so this character is no longer, you can no longer pass over it, and you will run into it. It's the same level as the characters. And above characters would be good for like making birds or something like that if they're flying around. It makes it so that if you ever walk through this graphic will go above yours. So you can use it for birds and certain flying things if you wanted to go over characters. The last window is the trigger window. There's action, player touch, event touch, auto run, and parallel process. Action button makes it so that you have to press a key, typically enter or Z, if you're going to activate this event. Player touch makes it so that if you touch them, they will activate. Event touch makes it so whether if they or you touch, they will activate. Auto run is something you want to use if you're making a cinematic scene. If you have auto run, the player cannot move. Like, you cannot use the arrow keys to move around. It will not work. It will be running this process at highest priority. And then parallel process would be something if you want animations to be going on, if you want a character to be doing things in the background while the player is still able to move and walk around the scene without being stopped. That is what you would use parallel process for. It runs parallel with other processes that are going on. For this one, we're going to use the action button. I'm going to make it so that we have to talk to this dog before anything happens. And so that is your basic character setup. I'm going to make another tutorial about the contents and what the event commands are, what you can have the character do. But for now, that will be it. There is one other thing I will show you, and that is the event pages. As you can see, it says 1 up here. This is tab 1 or page 1. You can create new pages, copy the event pages, paste, delete, or clear the page. If you clear the page, it will make the page clear as if it is a brand new page. But you can do this, you can create new pages to have different things happen in the events. Whether it is this dog was no longer a dog, but it was now, say, some type of collectible. I'm not sure where a collectible is going to be. Let's say that this is a red coin or something like that. If you were to want to make it so that you could collect this coin, and after you collect it, you wanted it to be gone, you can make a second page, and I'll talk about activating these second pages later. You can have it activate the second page so this is now gone, so you can't keep collecting this coin. But as I said in a different tutorial, I'll talk about the conditions later, and in the next tutorial I will teach you how to create the event, make it do things. You will be able to fill in the contents with the event commands, and that'll be for the next tutorial. So thanks for watching, and good luck and happy RPGing.